I should be on my honeymoon. Didn't know where we were going. It was going to be a surprise. Not as big a surprise as this, though.
End of today and get to that last little shot that we want. We'll have done it all. Every word of text, everything that we intended to do, and that has been amazing. And I know how hard you've worked and how sometimes it's some really big challenges, but we've come through it.
Film is about my character, Kath, and Greg Wise's character, Bob. And we end up thrown together in a car. And we have to figure out a way to kind of solve the situations going on in my life and the situations going on in his life.
The fascinating kernel of this story are these two unbelievably different people through fate thrown together in this small box and are contained in this car. Neither of them has any escape from the other within it on a journey. A girl who really can't drive.
There's a signpost, Bob.
What's it say?
Wincanton or Shepton Mallet. He's coming, Bob. Which way, Bob? Bob!
Wincanton! And a man who really can't be outside.
My name's Tim Hall, I'm the General Manager of Barnet Hill. I've been here for 10.5 years.
We're ready for this, what will be an intensive 20-day shoot.
The hotel was built originally as a private house in 1905 for the grandson of Thomas Cook.
Does it help if I do all sitting on the bed?
I also need I've got plenty of papers as well. It's just a quick wash down with
asking what time should...
Alright, standing by for a take.
Sound speeding.
Cat doesn't like that.
So we've got time, we see the line, then we'll get
It's got to be bam, 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 bam. So you get
Run away with me.
Run away with me. Run away with me. Run away with me.
This isn't the time.
I have to go to Bradford.
Cheryl, cover for me. Are you sure you're up to that journey?
If you work it out, write it down.
You know what I mean. You've not been past the garden. All the years you've worked here.
You're saying you don't trust me?
Bloody hell, Bob. You're still on licence.
Okay, so you're doing a wedding scene and I was picked to be the bridesmaid.
We've been shooting in this beautiful house in Surrey, which is a really amazing wedding venue and a really beautiful piece of architecture. And it's been really, really fun this week. It's been great to kind of start with this stuff because then as soon as the wedding hits...
Kath is a beautiful, kind, thoughtful, gentle person. I don't mean to brag when I say that I am the luckiest man in the room to have her as my wife.
Kath runs away.
We've had some fairly lively weddings, but kidnapping isn't one of the things that we're familiar with.
What are you doing? Can you get off, please? Move! Oh,
my name's Rowley Earlham, I'm the stunt coordinator on After Louise. It's my job to orchestrate and choreograph the action which helps David and Dan tell their story. My job is meant to be more in the background, and you're not meant to think that someone with action or stunts in mind is choreographing these pieces. Well, it actually belongs to a friend of one of the producers, so we really should, but by definition my job's normally to wreck these things, so we'll see. We'll try and keep it in one piece till we, for the time we need it.
I am always drawn by the writing, whatever it might be. Be it a play or a film or a piece of television or a radio script, whatever it might be, it always has to be based in the words.
You're one of those people that attracts trouble, aren't you? Why did you even think you'd get to Bradford if you're like this?
The majority of the film is set in this beautiful burnt orange old Mercedes.
It's a Rolex Oyster of cars. A Rolex Oyster is a superb mechanical watch that came up in the 1950s. They still make them. And the 1, 2, 3 Mercedes-Benz is very, very similar. There's uncompromising design and quality.
I was slightly nervous at the beginning because I haven't been driving for very long and I'm responsible for mine and Greg's life. But it's a really brilliant, the dialogue that takes place within the car is really, really brilliant. And there's lots of intense moments and lots of kind of little looks between the two characters, which is very important that we capture on camera, of course, because we're in a very small space.
Batman, 5 Bonds, done quite a lot of big films. Fast and Furious. And went to Tenerife for 6 weeks.
I would launch 1,000 ships just to be about your lips. Tell them all to sail away, just to see you every day. Oh my, oh my, oh my days. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Never understood, but life can be this good. If I lived 1,000
her mother abandoned her at a young age, so we're trying to figure out the relationship between her and the other characters that she has around her. Of course, she's a very feisty character and completely opposite to Bob.
You can only get here by boat. So we were up at 5:30 this morning, got the boat at 6:30, because you can only get here when the tide's high. But it is absolutely perfect for the start of the film, which is Bob's memories of one fateful weekend when he came as a young artist to a remote place to have a painting expedition with his girlfriend Louise, of the title After Louise. So this is the start of the movie that we're doing here. So incredibly exciting after months, years of preparation.
Unwind from Rome to welcome you home. Raise up a glass, my queen.
We are Iceni Rising, so we sing songs from around this area.
Sweet, lovely Derry, to Dublin's fair town. There is no finer harbour anywhere to be found, where the children each evening go down to the shore, and they join hands in the dance with the Maid of Coolmore. The first time I saw my love, she passed me right by. The next time I saw her, she let me.
I'm essentially the artist that made the main painting, the landscape painting of the film. It's a painting of the watch house, the house where Bob and Louise were staying on their holiday, and it's really just Louise's interpretation of that place and how she felt at that time. For me, it was very important that the painting set the tone of the film and reflected the relationship between Bob and Louise. And he holds on to this this painting as a means of holding on to Louise. And in a way, his pain is expressed through the painting.
And I'm always drawn as an actor to people who are in some ways broken. And living in a darkness and trying to find where that lives and trying to find the light within that. And what I've found quite comforting over the process of filming is actually it is, hopefully, if we get it right, going to be quite funny. not big belly laughs, not gags. There's a couple of gags in it, but it's the humour of a very odd couple of people on a very odd journey in very strange situations. We have a very international crew here. We have Italians and Spaniards and South Africans and a lot of young people, a lot of people who have progressed through and have just taken a step up in this production.
I'm originally half Portuguese, even though my father's half and my mother's half, so I've got a weird quarter and half. We have an incredible crew. We have an Australian focus puller, a Spanish loader, which is absolutely amazing, a Brazilian makeup artist, brilliant, isn't that awesome? And including Sarah Dean. Well, we don't know where she's from, but we'll leave her to one side, the DOP. But it's incredible to see people from all sides of the world coming together to make a film that's very British.
I'm the one that says turn over, and I wait for camera to be set, and then I call action.
Turn over. Sam, speaking. Set.
Action.
The post.
Alex is my lovely third assistant director. He's my right arm, so I'm always calling for him. So it's a constant. Alice to Alex.
I'm the third assistant director on After Louise. I'm from South Africa. I'm from Cape Town. It's just been a really nice crew, really nice bunch of people.
Oh, hello. Didn't catch you there. I'm Leo, one of the lighting department. This is Ben. Who's the gaffer?
I'm Holly. I'm the production manager on After Louise, and this is our outdoor production office, which we're quite excited about because the weather's pretty nice today.
It has been a wild ride. It's been very fun, and the crowd is the crew is amazing.
Hi, I'm Sarah Dean. I'm the DP on After Louise.
All the sort of organisation, looking after the crew, taking care of getting people and equipment and things to location and to each place, catering, general well-being, accounts. That's sort of what I do.
Hi, I'm Martin Mahan. I'm the line producer on Game of Thrones. I'm line producer on After Louise.
Yeah, my name's Luca, and I'm going to shoot After Louise. I'm sparking, I'm doing lighting, best boy, and just providing light.
So I'm Liz, cast assistant / driver on After Louise.
I'm French.
We have to tell people to be quiet a lot. So because
we're the means.
Yeah, that doesn't win too many friends, unfortunately.
I did the portrait of Louise, and then also helping them paint things or make things look realistic.
So I'm from France, but I live in Belgium.
I'm half American, and I've got an Italian name because my grandpa lives in Italy. And but I'm actually English. You know, I grew up here.
Hi, my name's Andrew Richards. I'm the second AD on After Louise. We are in a farm in the middle of nowhere.
Locking off a lot, locking off everything. Stopping people from crossing onto set and crossing into shot and things like that.
So yeah, I'm a runner as well. Been logging off a lot of time, most of the time. Running around, telling people, bringing keys back, go back and forth. And also as a motel receptionist.
You're lucky. We have one room left. Is this okay?
Yes.
Oh. Well,
thank you.
Have fun.
I've been having to carry these beautiful sound blimps around for the last couple of weeks, but you know, it's good for toning the arms, all the rest of it, but had a really good time on the shoot.
My name's Edwin, I'm the boom op on After Louise. I hold this thing over the actors and hear what they're saying on set for every take. Well, you know, I wouldn't say standing around, ready to rock and roll.
My dad comes from Berlin and came over to England when he was 6 on a kinder transport, so 1939, and my mum's Hungarian. She came to England in '56 during the revolution.
I've been an extra 3 times. I walked through shot with Matt, or another runner, and then I was supposed to be a couple with Raj in waiting at the hotel reception desk, and then I just walked through another shot. So, and I'm American.
Okay, I'm Sarah, I'm the camera trainee, and I'm loving this cashew. It's like the best thing ever. I want one.
And I was hammered by the camera department in table tennis because Sonia, our camera assistant, used to be on the Spanish squad.
I'm from Alicante.
And rather than saying, hey, I'm really good, let someone else play, she just went... But I also lost against the assistant location manager in pool, but we're not going to talk about that.
Well, amongst other things, I do the clapperboard and take my notes to send over to the editor, to the DIT, the directors and production in general. Take care of the batteries, make sure that the camera's loaded up with the cards.
It can be quite demanding. They eat a lot, they drink a lot of coffee.
In the area where the golden harvest is filmed.
If you ever want a low loader for your film, low light low loader is what Steve needs to know now.
Kath falls asleep at the wheel and the car veers off into a muddy verge, and Bob heroically pushes it out of the mud, which is a big triumphal moment for him in terms of he's going back to a time in his life where he failed to save someone's life, and so this is a very big moment. He sort of almost equates the simple business of pushing a car out of a ditch with, you know, on a scale of life and death.
But David, listen, we've got a red. I think we'll just do it with light as opposed to red. No, but I mean with flash.
To take this outside involves locking down streets, lighting big rigs outside, travelling the car with bonnet mounts or low loaders and that kind of thing. So there are ways to create driving shots inside.
All the world is alright. Close your eyes, say goodnight.
It's going brilliantly. We've done, what, 2.5 weeks now. I think, considering how quickly we're filming this, I'm just amazed at the quality, and I think the relationship between Kath and Bob is blossoming, flowering, and so I'm delighted with it, actually, I have to say. It's actually surpassed my expectations.
We're here next to this wonderful phone box, recording Bob giving his moment, his incredible moment where he reveals his sadness and his passion in this film, and I think this is a moment that's going to be quite special in the film.
Let's escape into a better place, a better place. Run away, live the daydream where the world can wait, world can wait. Run away with me, run away with me, run away with me, run away with me.
One of the things I love about making independent film is generally there's no money in it at all, so the crew is small and you have a real sense of a camaraderie, and there's a strange alchemy that goes on, and hopefully from that something is born and lives and thrives in a piece of work.
After Louise, an emotional masterpiece with great laughs.
Cute, fun, and intense.
I think it's a sweet little movie with a really nice team.
It's a pretty emotional story. It's pretty hectic filming it. It's good fun.
A comedic road movie with some drama.
Heartwarming, unexpected, and funny, yet beautiful.
How could I lay that on you? For what happened? And I know that nothing will ever change. Everything stopped because of what I did.
And I'm gonna make you mine, I'm gonna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine, I'm gonna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine, I'm gonna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine. When there's a shadow, it gets cold, it's so gloomy when you're gone. Oh, I will wait till you're back. Then the morning light will break, and I'm gonna make you mine. 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 Sunbeam gets into my eyes. Now I see you
Thank you.
I'm gonna make you mine. 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 I'm gonna make you mine.
I think it's quite rare to find a piece that is so enigmatic and subtle, and it really gives you a thrill as an actor to try and dig down. Had managed to do was to set up a very delicate story between two people that we wouldn't necessarily see together as a couple in a film.
Life is wonderful. They're made of cool.
Fascinating what you guys all do just to get one shot.
So you're in this two travelling to that frame, right, returning to this frame. I think it's that sort of thing.
So, if we get the timing of this right, why should they suffer for your thing? Oh, hello, you know, frenetic energy. Oh, bang, the line comes in there. So it's got to be bam, 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 bam. So we get a sense of it.
Do you want me to arrive just as she's finished her line? So the second I
Yes, exactly.
Actually, in terms of what if we're doing this like here and then here and then here, then actually the timing that would be really good is if you say the line was like kind of almost before you can see Kat.
Yeah.
So that we've got time, we see the line, then we see Kat stepping in, and then we see Mother.
The sense of that I have now is that you're coming out of the room where all preparations are going on. Sorting in there, you know,
And everything's lovely.
Let's try and get the timing and see if we can make that work. So you're stepping in touch later, but just imagine.